Hey Norbert, here from Snowboard Addiction, how's it going? Got a clip here of you doing a front board. Says that you're interested in improving your front board, getting the board more to 90 degrees. Let's check out the clip. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to get it better. So we've got frontside, boardside here. Nice speed, nice counter rotation, nice angle of approach. And if I freeze frame it on your clip, we can definitely see that you're not quite at 90 degrees. I would say that's more of like a 70 degree board slide. So you're right, getting the board to 90 degrees is gonna be more stylish. That's the main thing, it's more stylish. So I've got a couple of tips on how you can get it to be more 90 degrees. If we were to go back to where you jump on, now I'll see that as you jump on, you've taken your arms back a little bit. That's good, I like that. That moving your arms back a little bit helps you counter rotate into the position. But one thing I'm spotting is as you're taking off, as you're popping your little ollie here, you've already started to unwind that body a little bit. So if you could hold that body, even keep those arms and shoulders back just that smidge longer until you've already popped in the air, that'll give you that little bit extra room to be able to counter rotate your board to 90 degrees. Now the other thing that's going on is that right now you're actually counter rotating a little bit too much with your upper body and not enough with your lower body. So what you need to focus on is actually counter rotating more with your lower body and less with your upper body. So you may find that this front arm, the front arm will usually be out in front of you, but the back arm will usually be a little bit out behind you. Whereas right now, both of your arms are kind of tweaking around the front. When you have both arms tweaked around the front, it actually makes it a little bit harder to get the board at 90 degrees. So if I was to just stand up and show you what I mean, I'm going to clear these lines. So if you can look at me right now, you're regular, I'm regular. If I move my hands towards the tail, and as I jump into my front board, I'm just going to move my chair out of the way. As I jump into my front board, if you can see right now how my front arm is out towards the front of the box and my back arm is actually towards the back of the box. At the moment, you're kind of tweaked around like this, but I'm going to do it more like that. So if you can get that upper body more in line with the box, still counter rotating, but it allows you to counter rotate a lot more with your lower body. Try that out, even just jumping here, try out less with the upper body, more with the lower body. More with the lower body, more with the lower body. And if we go back to what's happening on the screen, which is both arms round, you'll see that it's harder to get that lower body at 90 degrees. That there is going to make all the difference to be able to get that it at full 90. Now I've got a couple other tips as well. One of the other tips I have is that if you freeze frame this, you'll see that the weight of your body is a smidge back. What that means is when your weight's a little bit back, there's that slight risk of slipping out on the toe edge. So what you ideally want to do is try to position your weight just a smidge more forward with the box, with the angle you're going. I like the speed you're using. The speed you're using makes it pretty safe, but keeping this low position with your knees, loving how your knees are bent, and just angling that little bit more in the direction you're going is going to make it safer and easier to keep your board completely flat. Now there's one other tip that might help you as well. The last tip is that if you look at both feet right now, you've very much got your weight across both feet, which is great, no problem with that at all. If you look at a lot of other people front boarding, you'll see that it's very, very common for people to front board with most of the weight on the front foot. So what that would mean is that if you had your weight in your front foot, you'd have your board just slightly more out back that way. And what you may find is that when you front board on your front foot, it gives you that ability to be able to twist that little bit more, especially with the lower body, twisting that little bit more to be at full 90 degrees. So that's one more tactic you can try. Other than that, man, things are looking good. You got a good front board going on. A couple of tweaks are going to make it perfect. This is Norbert from Snowboard Addiction. Our goal is to improve your riding.